Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning December 19th, 2016. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. For this week, we're going to be using the Archangels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue and pulling a crystal card this time from the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards by Rochelle Charman. Okay, and there's that. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can just go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. If you would like to support me on Patreon, I'll leave all that information down below. And of course, please do not forget about the 2017 overviews that are available up on Gumroad. Okay, those are divided up by signs, but if you want, a personal overview for yourself, that's where the personal reading would come in. Okay, and of course, there are courses there as well. So let's get into it now. Sorry, I got a little bit of a different setup here. I'm trying not to bump the camera. All right, so let's get into it here and let's see what's coming up for the week of December 19th. Oh, there we go. One popped right up. Teaching and learning. Okay, it never stops, right? Yeah. Okay. For some reason I knew, family was coming up, and obviously for some people here in the world, it is Christmas time. So we will be with families, or, if you celebrate Hanukkah, you're getting with your family. It's really a time of saying goodbye to the old. Yeah. But the new isn't going to be kicking up and starting up just yet. All right. So what the overall feeling is with these cards is that this is a time of reflection. This is a time of just sort of slowing down. Excuse me. Whoa, it's still there. A time of reflection and letting old hurts and old pains, just let them rest. Okay. Again, people are doing the best that they can with the knowledge that they have. So keeping old things going simply because you want to be right, or you know what I'm saying? You just want to be recognized. There might be something else going on within you that you need to look at. So where does your need to be right come from? Why are you carrying grudges? These sorts of things. And yeah, we can hook into the holiday spirit and say, oh, it's just that time to let everything go. Okay, yeah. But, there's still spiritual work to be done. So this is where we start with the first card. Okay, we have teaching and learning. It's Archangel Zadkiel. Now, Zadkiel is all about transmutation. So taking the lower frequencies, turning them into higher frequencies, changing and shifting, and allowing yourself to do that without struggle. When you're struggling, you're going to be suffering. Okay. Now, Zadkiel also is, all about the violet flame and the violet flame meditation, if you want to utilize that. If you don't know what that is, you can just look it up on YouTube. There are lots of, good meditations that you could do. So teaching and learning, Archangel Zadkiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Time for a new approach, guys, okay? Then teach these ideas to others. Now, does that mean you're literally going to be going out and, sorry if I'm jostling the camera. Again, I'm in a different setup. The teaching and learning card says this is a time of wrapping up lessons, looking at where you've been, letting old things go like we've said, but then being a good example to others. So this doesn't necessarily have to come with, okay, I'm going to teach everybody else, I'm going to stand up and preach to them and whatever. No. Always lead by your own example. Okay, so this is a gift to you this week in and of itself. Again, it may not have some material manifestation. It might not show up in the real world, but or in the material world. But what is happening is this is a potential for peace. This great inner shift where because of the change in perception, things will not bother you the way that they used to. This isn't complacency. This is just, getting stronger and realizing that no matter what's going on, I don't need to stress about it because I've handled this stuff in the past, and whatever comes my way, I can handle it. Okay. So there's kind of this sort of just taking a moment, just kind of bobbing along a little bit kind of energy. Although some of you may not feel that way because you might still be at work and you're trying to hurry up and get everything done so you can go on vacation. or whatever. But all the same, know that no matter what's happening on the outside world, in your inner world, there's great potential there to come to this amazing calmness and peace, and, you know, even space to carry on in a different way, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next card we have is Indigo and Crystal Children, Archangel Metatron. So this is interesting. If I had done the teaching and learning card, I would have put, I can't talk today. What is my problem? Let me try that again. If I had done the teaching and learning card, I would have put Metatron on there because he is the sacred scribe. He's all about learning about you, being the student of you, okay? But Metatron's here with Indigo, the third eye, helping you with your intuition. So be developing that this week as well. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Now, if you're a parent, a lot of times this card really speaks to you in an obvious way. Okay, and Metatron can help you with your children. However, if you don't, or your children are grown, or whatever, that's going to be, you know, a big part of you, a big part of the population out there who would be watching this. This card is asking you to tune into your intuition so that you can tune into that inner child. I think I gave the message, you know, maybe a couple of months ago, where I had gotten this in where, you know, we can experience our spirituality much better through our innocence, and it's through our inner child that we can experience the innocence. So the more in touch you can be with that inner child, the better. And I think this is giving you a little bit of a green light to just relax, have fun, release all the adult responsibilities for a minute, right? Have some hot cocoa if you want, but really just enjoy what is. Whatever the story is in your world right now, just take a moment, remember simpler times. It's reconnecting with you and that inner child, and again, through that, reconnecting with your spirituality, your soul, so on and so forth. Again, this is a very contemplative kind of week. We have a life review. So let me read this. So we get into this nice space, you're connecting with your soul, you're, you know, going within, all that good stuff that we always talk about, right? And then it's time for a review. Where have I been? What have I done? You know, some of you might realize, well, there's more credit due there than I've been giving myself credit for, right? Or I've accomplished more than I would have admitted before, whatever the case might be. But it might also be, you know, I'm going to resolve to not take the same approach in the future. I'm not going to be so reactive, or I'm not going to let people push me around, or I'm going to set boundaries, or whatever it is for each of you. This is the time that it's really starting to make sense to you. It's, you know, remember, these are all potentials. If you don't want it to make sense to you, it won't. Okay? But if you're going to work with the angels, a lot of good can come out of it. So we have life review, Archangel Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Again, you can give your attention to things that are bothering you. That's living authentically. But if you're going to try to control people, or if you're pretty consistently not being respectful of others, again, not respectful of their boundaries, you're just assuming that what you're okay with, they're going to be okay with, you know, you might be looking at that and finally having an aha moment and going, okay, maybe that's why I can't connect to anybody on a deep level. I'm not respecting their boundaries. Or what's another one? Go ahead, give me another example. Maybe, yes, some of you realizing that you had been too hard on yourselves. And again, expecting so much to happen so quickly that if it doesn't, you feel like a failure. Well, this might be a time in this week where you look back over your life and you go, you know what? Maybe I was unrealistic in my expectations. Maybe I expected to have too much happen all at once in my life. Maybe I forgot about divine purpose and a divine plan and divine timing. And, you know, if something didn't happen in the way that I wanted, there must be good reason for it. It's that kind of week where you're just going back and looking over and sort of, you know, again, it's a life review. It's going to differ for each of you. So the final card we have before we get on to the crystal card is patience. So you see how this is setting up? It's like all this work that you're doing this week, but then you have to be patient about what is to come next. It's a good time of setting new goals. It doesn't have to be New Year's resolutions. It doesn't have to be that, but just really, it doesn't even have to be cerebral. It doesn't even have to be intellectual. This is just you saying, okay, you know what? I'm not going to push anymore. When things are meant to happen, they will happen. If they have not happened yet, like we said before, there must be reason. I must not be ready yet. Okay? So it's Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So again, go ahead. Some of you have been pushing on your lives and pushing on yourselves, but some of you have even taken this to the point where you're pushing on others. You're really, you know, I mean, it's one thing if, go ahead. Yeah, it's one thing if somebody's not doing their job and you have to keep chasing them. That's different. But, you know, the patience card says stop putting so much pressure on yourself and stop pressuring others to be what you expect them to be. Okay, and this is where peace and harmony comes in. And some of you might want to work with Archangel Raguel, R-A-G-U-E-L, this week as well, because he can add that element of relationship harmony to any situation. Okay, and again, you kind of come out going, it's okay. People don't agree with me, and that's okay. Or I did this, this, and this, and I made amends, and it is okay. So this card, all right, so this card was sticking right out of the top of the deck. The card is Clear Quartz Purification. So again, a real time of cleansing, of, excuse me, letting things go, starting fresh, clearing the slate, just wrapping things up, okay? And knowing that you can, when you wrap things up or let them go, you make space for new stuff. You've heard this before, right? So here you go. Here's more confirmation on that. Purify yourself this week. Anything that is stressing you out, resolve to change it or to come to peace with it. There's a lot of acceptance going on here. And of course, don't ever forget about gratitude. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. And when you're in a space of gratitude, that's when new, you know, even better opportunities can come in for you. A lot of times we get so hung up on the materialism. You know, I want this and I want this color and I want it to, you know, be this size and whatever. Whatever happened to the gesture behind it? You know, somebody does something nice for you because it's meaningful and because they want you to see that they love you. You know, keep that in mind too. So if this season you don't have a whole lot of money for gifts or what have you, and you have somebody in your life who's going to like throw a fit because of that, namely children. Namely children. If your children are going to throw a fit because they're not getting every, you know, whatever new thing is out there, time to revamp, time to recalculate. Sorry. You know, time to recalculate, time to, you know, use that as a nice teaching moment. You know, maybe instead of getting anything, you guys could go spend Christmas at a homeless shelter. I've done that. Okay. And remember that what you have is something to be grateful for, because no matter how little you think you have, somebody else has probably even less. All right. So again, a lot of lessons kind of spring up. You guys will have these like deep moments too, these deep insights probably that will come up for you. Be free with them. Be free to, I don't know, talk to your friends about it or your family about it or your children or, you know, whatever's coming up for you. Discuss it. Put it out there. This is about human connection time. Okay, guys? So there it is. Have a beautiful week. And of course, happy holidays, like I said. And I am sending you so much love. Take care.